All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Light. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a play fake. Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are in for 6. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play action. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. He got 29 yards that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Wentz going to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Alex Okafor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
first run for the backup Abdullah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Going deep here for Bryant. This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Here's Jackson. He fights it, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Derek Barnett. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gold is able to put it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Lynch 5-3, Lynch 5-3.
This is Ajayi. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
We're good.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Ertz has it left side. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Got him in open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. There the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. They'll throw on 1st down to Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we come up an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They run again with Ajayi. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Hey. You got 3. Listen.
Here's Ajayi. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Come on now. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Ajayi. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Barkley on the check down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They run with Ajayi. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one?
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Sunday!
Well, now they'll try the end around. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Ooh, with a juke. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And Ingram pulls it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker?
He's got it at the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 46 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One last shot for Jackson. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Eagles, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.